Proper intro. Welcome everyone to the video. I'm here with Jan and Joseph again, and today we're gonna talk about the worst things about Airsoft.
Where do we start?
That's I know a bunch of bad things about Airsoft.
Okay, I have one thing that bothers me the most about Airsoft, and that is if you wanna play, it's usually you lose a day of your life. You have to prepare, you have to go and play, you have to usually travel. Then you get home, you need to clean up, wash the clothes, and you are tired, you eat, and you go to bed. And usually the next day you go to work.
I think it's a good thing and a bad thing. Because yes, it's a bad thing that you cannot just go 1 hour of playing Airsoft, but at the same time, traveling there with your friends, breakfasting on the way, playing, getting a beer afterwards, going to the spa like we always do it, well, I always do it at least. I think that's nice, but I agree that the preparation and the preparation afterwards is a pain in the ass.
I used to import, so I grab my stuff in the morning, drive there, play. Afterwards, we make a barbecue.
But do you not prepare the day before?
I mean, you saw me how I went there. I just put the stuff in the bag, close it up, and go. I don't make videos, and that's a big plus.
But you also adapt your spring power. So you do take the gun apart, you do change the spring. You chrono it. Oh, it's too strong. Wait, let me...
He would do that anyways, even if he wouldn't go to a game.
True.
It's like you do this like every day, all day long.
Yeah.
I like to compare Airsoft with other sports like volleyball or hiking. It's kind of like, put on your shoes. Done. Let's go.
I would say hiking depends.
It depends if it's like going for a walk or actual hiking.
I'm talking about actual hiking. I can't even imagine.
Yeah. Okay, if you're like sleep on camp, base camp 2 on Mount Everest, okay, you've gotta prepare.
That's a
for
pretty nice
year.
hike though.
What people do in Airsoft is they don't really make their life simple. I mean, after a couple years of playing, you kind of get it. But in the beginning, it's like, oh, I have 8 grenades. I'm gonna charge all of them. I'm gonna charge all my mags. I have a backup and I have a primary and I also have a head cam. You make your life so hard in the beginning, and then you start removing
I would say
stuff.
that's not the beginning, but like intermediate. When you start, you only got a gun. You're probably okay. I'm gonna try. I got safety goggles. I barely meet the safety requirement for the field. Grab my first gun and off I go.
Yeah. The complexity is like it goes like low, high, and you go down again once you get tired of all that.
Then you reach a level that you're constant. Like my gear is fixed. I take these gun and I just pick one from your armory and that's it.
Okay, another bad Airsoft about things. Another bad thing about Airsoft is that you can never stop spending money on it. Airsoft can be done cheap, but at the same time it's so tempting to constantly buy new stuff. When I was back in school, I didn't have the money for it, and I still dropped so much money on it. I was like, I need a sight, a new pistol, I need a new trousers.
Essentially, all the money I made when I was younger, it was just like Airsoft.
Yes, it's like
take my money.
Actually, in summer vacation, work your ass off. In the end of the week, take this money and drop it into an Airsoft shop.
And also the problem is with guns. You know, you would think, okay, I have one gun, it works, it's within the limits. That's what I'm gonna use for the next 2 years. But for me, it's usually after 6 months or a year, I'm just bored and I want something new.
If you go to a field, I suppose 50% of people they only own like 1 or 2 guns.
I disagree. I was playing for 7 years and I had a VSO-10 and an AP Glock and a GBB Glock, and that was it. I had this for years. But when you talk to people, they have like an armory at home.
Not everyone.
I think that's
not
a
everyone.
lot. I think that's a lot of people.
I think I have a lot of guns, but I think my maximum was like 25 or something. And normally people, I meet someone that has like 4 guns. I was like, wow.
Man, I feel like in Austria everybody owns like at least 6 or 7 guns. I'm talking primaries. It's like 7 primaries and then 9 pistols.
Unlimited number of pistols.
Yeah,
I have no idea how many pistols
I
I
have. The thing
have.
is, I sunk so much money into it because every time I get a gun, I'm like, I need to fully upgrade it.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's funny how you say I get it. You realize it before you buy it. It's like you already know you're gonna buy it and you have
That's
to.
why right now how I control myself from buying guns, because I know, okay, this is a great gun. I need this, I need that. And all together you're like
$2,000.
You triple the price of the gun.
Okay, so losing money is a bad aspect of Airsoft.
Yeah, when you have a kid, you just show him Airsoft so he wouldn't have money for drugs.
That's the meme, right? On the internet.
Okay, yeah.
Also, should we even touch on like cheaters? I mean, that's probably what everybody expects from this video. Cheaters,
I'm surprised that people talk about I never have a cheater. I think since I'm playing Airsoft, I had like only a handful of situations where I thought, man, I hit this guy 100%. And he's just not calling.
Which
You
is
see
actually
that-
sad because you don't have a title and thumbnail. Right?
Yeah, I always look out for cheaters. During the game, I sometimes think, oh goddamn, that guy's a cheater. But then I look at the video and you see the beam and I actually don't hit him. It like drops in front of the ground or it flies over him or it hit the twig. The few cheaters that I encountered, I made cheater videos and I think it's 2 of them. 2 in 11 years now.
I also feel like there is not so many cheaters as it seems to be.
Because they bring like a $500 gun, they think they're gonna be king of the field, and he pissed when that guy just will die.
And sometimes I can see the BBs dropping in front of me and the guy is like, hey, you got hit, you know.
Yeah.
That's
No,
basically
because in the distance you don't really see the BBs dropping.
At 17 meters, you can't tell anymore if your BB hit the target.
yeah. I'm
With
actually
a-
very surprised when somebody calls a hit from that distance. I'm like, well, that's actually a pretty honest guy.
So we could actually say one of the worst things about Airsoft is that everybody's complaining about cheating.
Yes.
I hate that.
I hate it as well. If you think he's a cheater, just shoot him in the head. Shoot first. If he doesn't call him, shoot him in the head. I
Or
think
just
that's
move
it.
on.
So what I do is, okay, I shoot a guy, I'm not sure if I hit him. I just shoot 2 more times and I think, okay, now I hit him 2 times more. Then I just shoot him in the face. And then he calls it. And it's almost never necessary. Maybe
And
once.
it
once
definitely works, that message. That guy finally, okay, that guy was actually aiming at me, not a flyer or anything.
And you feel it. It's like you have all your sensors here. If somebody flicks you in the face, it's like you cannot not call. It's like
I mean,
oh,
actually,
that was close. You can't do that.
One thing I really like playing here, you actually get refs and people actually call. But when playing in Portugal, there are people that actually hit them, it hurts, and they like flex, but they just had themselves inside calling it.
But you know what? If this is the case and it happens to me, I'm not getting mad.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
but-
one more target to hit.
Yeah.
Which makes me happy.
You can cause my pain. That's great.
You know, I'm not getting mad. It wouldn't help anyone. It wouldn't help me. I would just have a worse day.
I
So
mean, for me, when that happened, I just flipped to auto.
You just
And
what?
that flip to auto, and that's 35 rounds a second. One burst, and normally the guy calls it.
that's also a solution. And if the distance is right, I mean, it's Airsoft. You should be expecting BBs hitting you. So nothing wrong with that.
What else is bad?
I think it's how this sport is viewed compared to other sports. If you say you play football, yeah, fine. Even if you say you play paintball, archery, or whatever, people are like, okay. But suddenly you say you play Airsoft, I think it's not a sport that it still has the recognition that it deserves.
And it's always like, do you know what is Airsoft?
Yeah.
No. Do you know paintball? Yeah, I know. It's similar, but a little bit better. That's
Like
what I
when
always
you,
say.
When you show them a photo and like, they look at you like, do you play with guns? That's so happy.
Yeah,
And
I
now-
play with guns.
And now it's like, so you are working in this industry. Okay. So you are building guns.
You're warlords.
Yeah. That's how people. Yeah, sometimes it's frustrating when you get treated like suddenly you're like terrorist or whatever.
Yeah.
That actually never happened to me.
Not
but
terrorist,
it's like,
You live in Czech Republic, man. It's like, what, you don't own a gun? Okay, you can't be my friend. Yeah.
I can't talk to a girl and tell her. I just try not tell her what's my job. You're like, how do I explain it? Because it's gonna be like 30 minutes just intro, like,
So you-
what is this?
Yeah.
And I'm not dangerous.
yeah.
So it's like you go on a date and she asks like, what do you do for a living? And it's like, I can't talk about it. So what do you do in your free time? I can't talk about it. Why did you come to Austria?
Actually, recently I switched to the complete opposite. So, what do you do for a living? Oh, I build guns.
Yeah.
And I actually
I also
enjoy the look at their faces, and it's like,
I mean,
I
yeah.
also say I'm an arms dealer. I think it's so fucking cool. Are you an arms dealer? When it's actually just a bunch of toy guns. Yeah, it's true that it's not like where you get good at it and you can be. I mean, we are proud of it, but we still don't show it. It's like you don't slap it into people's face.
just one thing hit me. You cannot really step it up at a certain level. You have everything
Yes.
you need. You have your team. You have everything you need to play Airsoft on a good level. But there is nothing more. Like at this point,
Yeah,
my
even-
hobby, my job, my team, everything I need. And what's next? Like bigger events, but that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You-
I mean, even video games have events now,
And you can earn
nothing-
money.
Yeah. But
If you are good enough, you can. But in Airsoft,
Airsoft is certain.
you just pay money.
It's just for fun, yeah. It's a gentleman's sport. It's like
It's like golf, the way you say that.
no, it's more like a.
But you
so-
also shoot a white ball.
without tippers. It's not a competitive sport, and I think it's very hard to make it competitive. SpeedQB tried that. I guess it works. There is a big community behind it. It's becoming something quite similar to paintball. I think it's cool. So there is a way to, but it's still small. It's still growing. It's not as big or not as promoted as paintball yet. But it's getting there. So if you think that's, but you're not gonna make money out of this. It's not like, oh, now I'm a professional airsoft player and I make like, I fly with my private jet to the next game. That's never gonna happen. Also not in paintball. Maybe in a couple of years it becomes big enough that you can maybe become a sponsored player and you maybe be able to make a living out of it. Not a good one, like okay.
Yeah, make a living out of making videos.
Yeah, probably you just have to make use of social media.
I think every other hobby on YouTube you take a look is bigger than yourself.
No. I don't agree at all. No, I don't agree at all. Man, airsoft videos have millions of views. Go onto an RC channel, go onto a finger skateboarding channel, go onto a RC train channel, go to anything. Airsoft is big because it looks like video games and it looks amazing to watch, even though if you're not into it. The view count on airsoft videos do not represent how small airsoft actually is. In a lot of cases, they do have more views than gaming videos, and gaming is insane. But I think that's also because making an airsoft video is much harder than making a video game video. So there's less people for an audience that's not just watched by airsoft players.
So Ian, do you have something that bugs you when it comes to airsoft? Because apparently we have a lot of things.
Yeah,
what about you?
For me, being mainly a gun tech, one thing that bothers me is there isn't really a scientific community or group.
Scientific, like that would test stuff scientifically.
Yeah,
enough.
yeah. It's like if you are into air guns or real firearms, they go into physics. For airsoft, it's like everything you can read. Basically, a company can launch a product, say something about it, and there's no test behind it. It's basically people just swallow it the way it is.
Basically, you have to learn it by yourself.
You
cannot go somewhere.
Yeah, you have to
learn
learn it yourself. There are so many people that you just read the publicities and they just blindly believe it because they are fanboys or whatnot. You don't know what's real, what's fake. And you have to just use your own experiment to dissect all the information out there.
And I think the reason is that most of the people are just hobbyists who don't have like huge budgets. So they only try one or two things and then they usually claim, okay, this works for me, this is the best on the market. When it comes to real steel shooting community, like there is tests on the ammo and weight of the bullet. They can compare everything because the budget is just much bigger and there is many more companies. In airsoft, not really. Everything is just a hobby level.
But is it in other, like if you go to okay, you say in air guns, and I agree with that. In air guns you can find much more information.
The air gun is so difficult for a company to make a claim without somebody say this is bullshit, I did this, puts up the equation or whatever and say this is fake. They market something that normally it's at least more than 50% proved really hard.
Anything else that bugs you? Frozen fingers in winter. Hate that.
Well, worse is a non-functional gas blowback in winter.
Yeah, gas guns in winter. Yeah. But you can get around with HPA, but on the other hand, some fields don't like it because...
Yeah, that's another thing. People that play irresponsible. It's already a small community. And you just need one or two assholes that doesn't play it right. And suddenly people like... It's already a sport that is like... these people run around shooting each other with real looking guns.
Yeah, I always say it's like we're such a small community and people hate us, I guess, to some degree. So we really need to stick together and make this work. Because if we fight each other, the people from the outside already fight us enough. So.
Yeah, true. Really, everybody need to work to make the image of Airsoft better.
Wrap up,
yeah. Okay, don't believe that we don't like Airsoft. That's really important. We all play since, man, as long as I can think back. Yeah. I play Airsoft since 12 years or 11 years, I don't even remember. I tried so many different sports, from like tennis to scuba diving to free diving to climbing, and I didn't stick to anything except Airsoft. So we think it's an amazing sport, but if you play a sport for such a long time, you do get perspectives on it and you realize what's wrong with it. There's always an upside and a downside.
On the other hand, you get that everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let us know what you guys think. We're gonna also make a video that says good things about Airsoft. There's gonna be many more smiles, it's gonna be much more positive, but I think this is also an interesting topic. So let us know what bothers you about Airsoft. Let us know in the comments below, and we're excited to read your comments.
And if you have other suggestions for another topics we should discuss here, drop them in the comments. I'm reading.
That's,
Great
that's
ending.
such timing.
Okay, see you in
Perfect.
the next one.